Hello, my name is Ludwig and welcome to this tutorial on how to install and use the Combo Generator add-on for Blender. Let's start by installing the add-on. First go to Edit and then under Preferences choose Add-ons, click Install and go to the folder where you downloaded the add-on. You can see I have a .py file here, .py as extension, but in your case it's probably a .zip file. That's because this is a alpha version, as you can see. Click Install Add-on, and here just click the checkbox. You can open it up if you want to see some more information. Click the checkbox, and in the end panel, the combo generator should show up with the Generate Combos button here. First thing we need to do is make some art. I've prepared some, of course, so I'll open this in the Recent File menu. Now, every part of an object, in this case the tank, has a different category. You can see that here in the prefix of the name. I'll open up the list with the categories, where you can see the shorts I used to name those categories. So, for example, back is background, bot is body. And so every category has a short. You don't need to use the categories as they are. So the body, face, head can be something else as well, in this case, wheels or a gun or something like that. So for example, let's close this. For the weapons, I use the head short, so every weapon has a head short. So how does the combo generator work? Here I have 2 backgrounds and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weapons. And when I hit the Generate Combos button, an image will be created from all of these categories, where never one of these items will be doubled in one image. So there will always be just one weapon and always be just one background in one image. Now first we need to set up our rendering preferences under Output here in the Properties panel. And same as when you normally render something, set up your output path. So in this case, we'll go to the desktop and then hit I to create a new folder. Let's name that folder Combos. And in that folder we will save a file named tank. So the images will be named tank and then a number. So here we have the path name, and if you want you can add .png in the end, but it will be added automatically if it's not there, so there's not a problem. A small tip, if there's an error during generation of the combos, always check the file path here, because sometimes it gets corrupted. Now check your resolution. I have a resolution of 128 by 128, which gives me tiny pixelated images. That's what I want. In my example, I have my cameras and light in a different collection. I'll show them here. And that's something you have to set up yourself, just as when you normally render an image. Set up your camera and light the way you want it, so it can be used when generating the combos. Okay. So what I'll first do now is generate the combos, and after that I'll explain a little bit more on how to set up your objects and where to put the origins so that you'll get a good result. If you want some more information on what the add-on is doing during runtime, you can open up the system console. It will disappear when I run the add-on, but I'll open it again. So first I'll give a number of possible combinations as 371,293. That's without removing doubles, so there are a lot of combinations that are the same. Those will of course be removed before rendering. So let's have a look at the system console again. We get some type errors. You can ignore those. I don't know exactly why they occur, but another problem. So now we can see we have found 13 objects in 5 categories. There are 371,293 combinations possible, but then we have some doubles, so we'll fix that first. The warning here is something that I used to show you how many combinations there are possible during runtime. So here you can ignore that. Now within each image there can be a double, but also images itself can be double. So there are 60 combinations after cleaning up the nested doubles. And in this case we have 60 images in the end as well. The FBX here you can ignore. I don't export to FBX. If there is a need for it, I can implement it later maybe. So the FBX path here can be ignored as well. And during the recording got an error and then restarted, and that's why the name here is incorrect. That's something I warned you of before. That's something you should have checked. I should have checked, and I didn't. Just that's why I have an extra folder here in the path name. Okay, my fault, but it doesn't matter. The result is still the same. And also, again, these type errors can be ignored. And now let's have a look at all the files we've created. So in the combos and then tank PNG folder, we have all the images we've created. There are 60 images there. The last one is called number 59. That's because we start with 0. Let me give you a small warning. When you have too many items to make the combinations, you might run into memory problems. I don't know exactly when that happens, or probably depends on what your PC is capable of. It could take a while before it finishes, but sometimes it just stops or gives an error. That can happen, and then you have to just make less combinations, less items. Now, how do we set up our artwork? It's pretty easy. We have to look at the position of the origin of each part. So, for example, the origin of the barrel here is at this position, of the background it's at that position. Now, if you would cancel out the transformation, which is something that the Generate Combos add-on does, all the parts will be in a very different location than we wanted to. So what we first need to do is make sure all the origins have the same location. And the location we choose is the world center. So where's the world center? So it's there. Let's first hide the background so you can have a better look. So here where the X, Y and the Z as well cross, that's the world center. So first we need to have the 3D cursor at the world center. So we hit Shift S and then choose cursor to world origin. And let's unhide the background. We just hit. Now select everything and then with F3 choose type and origin and then choose origin to 3D cursor. Now all the origins are at the world origin or world center. Now when we move something away from its original position and hit Alt G to cancel out the transformation, it pops back to the right spot. You see, move away, Alt G. To illustrate, I hit Ctrl Z a couple of times to get the origin back at the original location, and now when I hit Alt G, everything moves, but not at the right location. So that's why we have the origin at world center. That's all you need to do with your artwork. And let me finish off by showing you a version with over 3000 tankies. It will start out with 3 different colored tanks, and in the end you'll have over 3000 images. I also have a video coming up for 2D images. So when you work with, start with 2D illustrations with transparent backgrounds. There's also a problem with transparent backgrounds in Blender. The ordering sometimes is off and then some things don't show which should show. I have a solution that as well in there. So I'll release that video a little bit later, or maybe it's already out when you watch this one. That's it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.